Okay, picture this. You're on your couch, just scrolling, feeling kind of stuck. You see the housing market just taken off, and you're wondering, how do I even get in on this? For a lot of us, this isn't just a hypothetical. It's real life, and it boils down to just a few numbers. First up, there's this number. Yeah, it's the one that hits your bank account every single month, like clockwork. That's your rent. And it's this constant nagging feeling that you're just pouring money down the drain with nothing to really show for it. And then there's this. This is it. This is everything you've managed to scrape together after years of hard work. Your entire war chest. It's not nothing, but, well, let's see what it's up against. And that brings us to the big one. The median price for a home. You look at your savings, you look at this number, and that gap, it feels less like a gap and more like a giant canyon, right? You've run the numbers, I bet, 100 times, and every single time, it's the same answer. It doesn't add up. And the frustration is so real. It just feels like that path to owning something, to building any real wealth, is completely blocked. But what if? What if it's not the math that's the problem? What if it's the formula you're using? So, this is where the story pivots. And the change doesn't come from some fancy seminar or a book. Nope. It comes from a simple forum post read late one night. Just a little idea that opens up a totally different way to think about this whole real estate thing. And here it is. This is the fundamental shift in thinking. On the left, that's how most of us are taught to see it, right? A house is a cost, a place to live. And debt is scary. It's a huge danger. But on the right, that's the investor mindset. A house isn't a cost, it's a vehicle. And debt isn't danger, it's the engine that makes that vehicle go. This quote just nails it. The real problem isn't the size of your bank account. The real obstacle is how you're thinking about the game itself. You know, once you stop thinking like someone who pays for housing and you start thinking like someone who provides it, everything changes. So with this new framework in your head, you start looking around differently. You're not just scrolling Zillow anymore, you're having real conversations. A coworker happens to mention her aunt is selling a duplex, and all of a sudden this abstract idea becomes a very real, very terrifying opportunity. It's time to take the leap. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of that first deal. The purchase price is $218,000. The down payment? Well, it's more than you have, so you throw everything at it. Your savings account is now officially at zero. Your new mortgage is just under $1,200 a month. But, and this is the key, look at the rent coming in from those 2 units, $2,100. And this is the magic number. After the mortgage, the taxes, the insurance, even after putting money aside for repairs, you are still cash flowing almost $500 a month. Your tenants are not only paying off your mortgage for you, but you're actually making money. 2 people you've never even met are now building your wealth for you month after month. This says it all. This isn't just a place to live, it's an asset that is working for you 24/7. That first duplex fundamentally changes your financial DNA. Seriously, everything else you own is just stuff. This is a wealth-building machine. But of course, that first property is just the beginning. You're not just a landlord collecting rent anymore, you're an active operator, and you're about to use the machine you just built to build another one. So here's the playbook. A few years go by and the property's value has gone up. So you refinance and you pull out that equity, that new value you've created in cash. In this case, $28,000. Now, you're not spending it, you are repositioning it. You use that cash as a down payment on the next property. And just like that, you've gone from 2 units to 3. And this right here, this is a major turning point. You know, managing 1 or 2 properties, that's kind of like a side hustle. But once you get past that 5-unit mark, the whole game changes. The way you get financing, the way you manage things. You're not just a landlord anymore. You are now operating a business. All right, now we get to the really fun part, how this thing actually scales. Because it's not about 1 or 2 smart moves. It's about the compounding effect of a lot of small, smart decisions over time. It's all about something called the velocity of capital. Just look at this timeline. At 27, you start with those first 2 units and basically a net worth of 0. By 34, you've got 9 units and you're worth almost 400 grand. But then the acceleration really kicks in. You're using that same refinance and reposition strategy, but now with multiple properties at once. And the portfolio just explodes. By 43, it's over 200 units and $11 million net worth. And by 51, you're controlling a $52 million empire. That is the power of this machine once you let it run. And what's crazy is that at a certain scale, your most valuable asset isn't even your money anymore. It's your reputation. People just know you get deals done. So brokers start bringing you the best deals before anyone else sees them. Lenders are calling you. And sellers, they'll literally take your offer over a higher one from somebody else because they trust you to close. Trust becomes your new currency. So, after this whole incredible journey from zero to a real estate empire, what's the big takeaway? What's the one piece of wisdom you bring back to share with that person who's sitting right where you started, on that couch? It turns out the most powerful mentorship you can give isn't some motivational speech, it's math. It's just showing someone the real, unfiltered numbers from that very first duplex deal. The $486 a month in cash flow, the 7.1 interest rate, the sheer terror and excitement of putting all your savings on the line. Being transparent like that, that's the gift that actually helps someone take the first step. And this is really the bottom line. You don't wait until you feel confident to start. You don't wait for some bowl of inspiration. The whole empire, that entire machine, it was all built on the foundation of that one initial action, that one call about a duplex, that one down payment that took your savings to zero. It's the action that creates the confidence, not the other way around. So we'll leave you with this thought. It is so easy to wait for the perfect market, the perfect interest rate, the perfect time. But here's the thing, the market doesn't wait for you. Time doesn't wait for you. So the real question isn't about today. The real question is, what will your next 20 years look like if you just keep waiting?